Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. This is the Blackstone 36-inch griddle, and my previous video I did an assembly of this. So all the assembly, how to put it all together, the features, the functions of that. So check out that video, that link's down below. Now that it's all complete, it's assembled, it's ready to start using it, we're going to go through the seasoning process. Now because this is a cast iron griddle, we're going to use a special product. This is from Blackstone. It's the Blackstone Griddle Seasoning and Cast Iron Conditioner. So when you order your grill, make sure you pick a jar of this up. It's pretty cheap. I think I got this on Amazon. It's under $10. Get this. This is going to last you a little while because there's a seasoning process. This is not only going to be good for the seasoning process, but to condition it. Ongoing maintenance of the griddle top, this is going to be important for that. It helps to have this on a level surface. We're gonna wash this. This is going to be probably the only time we ever use soap and water on the top of this. We're going to use some Dawn Power Wash. We're just going to spray this on there. Get you a little bowl of water. We're going to get some warm water on there. We're just going to use a non-abrasive scrubbing pad to just scrub here. We're going to make sure we clean this. There's some shipping oils that are on this that we want to get off. All right, that's clean. I took the grease trap off the back. There's a little tray in the back that holds all the grease because everything kind of can funnel back to the back. So that's how we're going to rinse this off. So get a little bowl of water. We're just going to dump it on here, rinse all this soap off. And I put a little bucket underneath there to catch all the... Dry this off. All right, with the griddle top now perfectly clean, we've got that all dried off. Now we want to make sure we have a fresh battery inside of our igniter here. Make sure we have a full propane bottle. Hook up the regulator to that, turn that on, and we want to fire the grill up. I want to heat up for just a few minutes just to kind of get all the moisture out of it, all the water, make sure it's all kind of burns off, and then we can start the seasoning process. All right, so it's just been a few minutes. I have all 4 burners on high. I'm going to turn those off now that I know all the water's been burned off. There's no moisture left on there. The grill top's been hot. I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. All right, the surface has cooled back down. It's probably been another 5 to 8 minutes or so. Just letting that cool down. Now I just want to get a kind of a scoop. It says about 3 tablespoons for a 36-inch grill. So I want to get some of this seasoning on here. What I want to do is I want to go all the way through before I turn the heat back on. So I want to make sure I get the entire surface coated. I don't want this to pull up anywhere. I just want a nice light coat. I'm just using a paper towel for this, but I want to make sure the entire surface is coated, even the sides here. The back. I want to make sure that there's no pulling up, so it's just a smooth, light, even coating of this. All right, that looks really good. All right, so I'm going to turn my knobs back on. I want to do full heat. So I want to do maximum heat on both. All 4 burners, turn that on. And this is I want to leave this on until it's completely burned off and the smoking is done, because this is going to smoke, all this oil is going to kind of smoke off. Once that happens, then we'll be able to turn it back off, let it cool back down, apply another coat, and we're going to repeat that 4 times. Now you might be wondering, why do I need to season a griddle? What does that do? What's the purpose of it? Well, seasoning a griddle is also known as the burn-in process. It creates a protective coating that prevents rust and corrosion. It makes the surface non-stick and can add flavor to the food. New cast iron and carbon steel griddles are bare metal and susceptible to rust unless seasoned. Seasoning allows you to cook foods like pancakes and crepes without sticking. Seasoning can add flavor to your food. Food won't stick as easily, making cleanup less of a hassle. And seasoning helps maintain the longevity of the griddle. All right, it's been about 15-20 minutes. The smoking's pretty much stopped, so I'm going to turn the griddle off at this point. Just turn it off here. I want to let this cool down before I do my next layer of seasonings. So I'll coat the entire surface again with the oil, heat it back up, 20 minutes or so, it'll burn off, and we're going to do that, like I said, 4 times. All right, it's cooled down probably, I don't know, I've let it set about 15 minutes or so. I'm just going to get another scoop of this, put this on here. It's probably a little too hot to the touch, but again, we don't want to leave any pooling. We just want to make sure we have a nice, smooth, light coat across the entire griddle. I'm just using some tongs to hold the paper towel just because it's a little too hot to hold with my hand. But as you can see, it's not burning off right now. I have the burners off, and I'll turn them on as soon as I get this completely spread out. Turn on the gas on all 4 burners, ignite, turn it on high, probably take about another 15-20 minutes or so, and wait till it stops smoking. When oils or fats are heated in cast iron at a high enough temperature, they change from a wet liquid into a hardened surface through polymerization. This reaction creates a layer of seasoning that is molecularly bonded to the iron. All right, round 2 is done. We're going to round 3 now, and this is cooled down for about 20 minutes. So it took about 20 minutes, and then I'm cooling it for 20 minutes. So this can be a little bit of a process. This is kind of a little bit longer of a process than if you did it while it was still hot. But I like being able to rub this on completely before it starts burning off. All right, here's my 4th coat of oil. I'm doing a really light one for the last one. It's only cooled down for about, well, less than 10 minutes, so it's not completely cool, but it's not smoking yet. Let this burn off for about 15-20 minutes. All right, guys, so that's the seasoning process. This one took a little bit longer because I let it cool down for 20 minutes between each cycle. So it was on for 20 minutes, cool down for 20, so 20 minutes each cycle times 4. That was about how long it took me, but pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This thing's ready to use now. When we're cooking food on here, I'm probably going to use like a canola oil to help keep it non-stick. And then this seasoning process may need to be done in the future as if the seasoning gets kind of worn off. But this thing's ready to go, guys. Well, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this was helpful. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.